WDHA Naughty or Nice Ball. That's going to be fun. And hey, guess what? I've got a studio full of people.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone gets quiet on me. Thanks so much. The one and only Joe Satriani is here live from Studio D. You guys can. We love that. I apologize. I know the studio is a little bit warm.
That's good.
Is it good? Do you like it like that?
It's good for the fingers, yeah.
Oh, good, good, good. I got nervous because sometimes when we get like 20 degrees or lower, the air conditioning unit freezes. You know, we're a high-class operation here. So, it's a little bit warm. But, you know, sweaty rock and roll is the best kind.
It is, absolutely.
So you're doing well?
I'm doing very well, yeah.
You look great.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous.
You know, we're on tour, so I'm sleep deprived and playing crazy rock and roll every day, kind of, as you can tell. Loosen up my fingers.
We've got a whole bunch of people here who won a contest to actually get to hang in the studio with you.
Yeah.
That is Karen. She brought cannolis for you.
Thank you.
Satriani, we got the cannoli. Yummy, yummy. And let's see, we got John and Bill, and we got Karen and Bob, and we've got Wayne. Where's Wayne?
How are you?
Wayne looks like he could bench press you.
Yes.
So you know. So let's take a break, and we're going to come back. You've got a guitar here. You're going to be doing some tunage. He asked me before a question. He said, "Any requests?" And I like totally froze up, and I'm like, what wouldn't we want to hear? We want to hear everything. So Joe Satriani live from Studio D, playing live in our studios with our audience. All right, gang.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, we may not hit 20 outside, but we got about 85 in the WDHA studios, and it feels good as we are live from Studio D.
Yeah.
With the one and only
Yes.
I'm proud of myself. Why am I doing that?
because you should.
Because
Give
you can.
yourself a hand. Thanks so much. You know, it's always tough, I know, on show days to come out and visit radio and visit the fans and stuff, because you really, everybody knows when you got a big thing going on at night, and that's a big thing to get out there for that 2 hours. You sort of want to rest up for that. So I thank you for coming out to Jersey.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't miss it.
Got the final night at the Best Buy Theater in New York City. I heard last night's show. Who was there from our studio audience? Give me a word. Hurry up.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic and awesome. So what's it like for you still getting out in front of the crowd? And I mean, you're like the guy who loves the live performance.
Yeah, I love it. I do. I think it's a real privilege to be able to go out and with new music, you know, every 2 years, if you're lucky enough to do that, and to play music for people around the world. It just, to me, it completes the circle of, you know, writing, recording, and then finally you get to play it, and you really do share it with people. And the new record, people are really embracing it. So
Black Swans and Wormhole Wizards.
yeah, I know,
now.
crazy title, but people have been loving the music. We're playing about 8 of the new songs in the live show, which is really great.
Nice. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about, too, the grueling nature of being out there. And you're the guy. You're the show. I remember we spoke and we talked about being compared to kind of Chickenfoot. And you said it's really nice to not have to be the guy out in front doing everything.
Yeah.
And so that's got to be super grueling, though.
It's not too bad.
No?
I mean, you know, it's always the sleep thing is tough. You never really get more than 4 hours at a time sleep, you know, with all the traveling. But it's pretty streamlined. You know, I don't have anything else to do when I'm on tour except kind of like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Play guitar and talk a little bit, and that's about it. So that makes it easy. You kind of just have this one-track mind. It's all about performance day after day. And you can complain about it sometimes when it's happening, but when you get back home, you miss it.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
after a couple of days, you miss the rush of the
yeah,
live
you know,
performance.
you're a musician. I can't picture doing really much else, and I don't mean that in, you know, any kind of a negative way. You just picture Joe Satriani. I picture you at home, guitar in the kitchen. I picture you like taking a bath, guitar in the bathtub. Like I just can't. Can you picture Joe doing a whole lot of other stuff? No, that's kind of like who you are. So you've got the guitar here, and you've got this great like setup where you sort of, you know, you're kind of playing to the tracks and stuff. It's really quite amazing.
It's fun to be able to do this. I do this, you know, I can do this on the bus in the hotel room, and it makes it really easy to show up almost anywhere, especially at a radio station, and hand 2 leads to the engineer and say, I'm ready to play.
Awesome. So are you ever surprised about all the stuff that you've done in your career? I mean, you're a guitar teacher. You've taught some of the now guitar greats. You played with a lot of big artists like Jagger. You did the Chickenfoot thing, which obviously is going to be something that's going to continue. This amazing solo career. Do you ever look back and go, wow, I've done a lot of stuff?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In a relatively short period of time, like a 20-year kind of period.
Yeah, I guess so. It seems like it's taken forever, but I'm always surprised at the random event that pops up that is, that you remember forever, like on the Jay Leno show 2 weeks ago. I'm out there playing a song, and we get to the, come back from the commercial, and Bill Cosby walks out and turns right to me, shakes my hand.
Yes,
and he
yes.
wants to jam on God Is Crying from the new record.
Yes.
That's like one of those crazy things. But yeah, I guess it's been a very surprising career.
And kind of just letting nature sort of take its course for you,
Yeah.
Obviously, your talent is the thing that allows that to happen. Bill Cosby doesn't walk up to anybody and say, "Oh, let's jam, let's play." But I mean, just really an amazing journey you've had.
Yeah, it's amazing. They say, I guess in showbiz, that half of it's just showing up, but it is important. Because if you don't show up, those things don't happen. So.
Yeah. And if you're not Joe Satriani, those things a lot of the times don't happen. 14th solo record again, Black Swans and Wormhole Wizards. Tell me a little bit about this record and how it's kind of different, taken on kind of a different life than the others.
Yeah, I guess the experience doing the Satrifunkalist record and the tour, and then it kind of overlapped with the Chicken Foot experience, which was another one of those random events that comes out of nowhere. And then finally the Experience Hendrix tour that I did with this guitar, actually, this blue guitar. All of it sort of delivered me to a point where I thought, well, I wanted to write some new stuff. I wanted to take all that experience, all the live experience with two different bands and the Hendrix thing, and see if I could make an instrumental record where the melodies and the guitar performance would reach people more deeply somehow. So I had to be careful about the material. It couldn't just be all a good time guitar shredding. It had to be deep, and it had to have a variety.
Yeah, and this record definitely.
Yeah, it's eclectic, yeah.
Definitely does. Does anybody in our studio audience here want to ask Joe a question? Sometimes I like to bring the listeners up. I think it's fun for them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think Bob is going to come up. Introduce yourself. Tell us your name.
Bob, how you doing?
Very nice.
Where are you from?
Woodbridge.
And your name's Bob
Longo.
Bob Longo from Woodbridge. Joe Satriani is here to answer your question.
If you had an opportunity to meet anyone that you've never met before, living or dead, who would it be and for what reason?
Well, I just met you, which is great.
Oh, what a good answer.
I think it's the other way around, really.
Thought about that for years. I get that question a lot. People say, yeah, alive or dead, who would you want? And the obvious ones would be, Jimi Hendrix. It would be really something. He was the guy that inspired me to play guitar. And he was such a great innovator, writer, player, performer. I think that would be pretty fascinating.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for being part of the interview. So we're not going to let you leave without asking a little bit about Chicken Foot, because
Sure.
weren't we surprised with this great record we got, a year and change ago? And I hear that you guys are very anxious to get back together and do another record.
Yes. Actually, I'll be seeing Chad tonight back in the city. And,
Oh, cool.
we're all set to be in the studio right
See,
at the...
I heard he's working very slowly on this Chili Peppers record, and that's the thing that's holding it up.
Well, I don't know what they're doing, but...
Joe's so nice. Joe's like smiling. Like, oh,
everybody wants everyone to do well with whatever they're doing outside of the band.
It's a great group of guys just having a lot of fun, and you can really feel that from the project.
Yeah, that's why we're still together, and we'll be back in the studio at the end of January. We've got 14 songs sort of in the can that we're working on, and we hope to finish the record by March. So.
Wow.
And we want to let people know too, I think, I'm not 100% sure, there might be like a couple straggler tickets for tonight's show at the Best Buy Theater in New York City. Don't quote me on that. I would definitely check with Ticketmaster first, but if you missed it, Karen's here saying what a great show it was. You don't want to miss tonight's show for sure, Joe Satriani. You don't know when he's going to swing by our neck of the woods and do the solo thing again. And Black Swans and Wormhole Wizards, just a great Satriani record, as always. I mean,
thank you.
What else can we say? Just absolutely fantastic, and we're really looking forward to seeing you get back with your boys from Chicken Foot. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
We're